Every spring, something magical happens in Vermont's forests. A transformation that's been perfected over millions of years. Inside these sugar maples, a complex vascular system stores energy as sucrose, waiting for the perfect moment to flow. The secret? Temperature fluctuations. Nights below freezing and days above create the pressure needed for sap to run.
As the sun warms the tree, pressure builds inside, forcing the sweet sap downward through the trunk.
Sugar makers identify prime trees, at least 40 years old and 10 inches in diameter, healthy enough to sustain tapping.
Placement matters. Each tap must be 2 to 4 inches from old holes to protect the tree's healing tissue.
A precise 7/16" hole, drilled 1.5 inches deep at an upward angle, creates the perfect channel for sap flow.
The spile, or tap, is hammered gently into place. Too hard damages the tree, too soft and it won't seal.
Within minutes, the sap begins to flow, crystal clear, slightly sweet, containing just 2% sugar.
Traditional operations use buckets or bags, collecting sap manually from each tree throughout the season.
A single tree can produce 10 to 20 gallons of sap per season, but it takes 40 gallons to make just 1 gallon of syrup.
Modern sugar makers test sap sweetness immediately. Higher sugar content means less boiling time and fuel costs.
Quality starts here. Pure sap is completely clear, odorless, and tastes like slightly sweet water.
Larger operations use vacuum-assisted tubing systems, miles of interconnected lines creating negative pressure to boost sap flow.
Each tree's tap connects to lateral lines, which feed into main lines, all flowing downhill by gravity.
The system requires constant monitoring. Even small leaks reduce vacuum pressure and decrease overall yield. Under vacuum pressure of 20 to 27 inches of mercury, sap flows continuously from tree to collection tank. Collection tanks can hold thousands of gallons, acting as staging areas before transport to the sugar house.
During peak flow, sugar makers transport sap multiple times daily, racing against time before bacterial growth begins. Temperature control is critical. Sap must stay below 40 degrees Fahrenheit to prevent spoilage and maintain quality.
The sugar house is where science and tradition merge, a controlled environment designed for precision processing.
Raw sap enters the facility through initial filtration, removing bark, bugs, and debris collected during transport.
Multiple filter stages ensure only pure sap enters processing, starting at 400 microns down to 5 microns.
The reverse osmosis system is Vermont's modern secret weapon, removing water before boiling begins.
Under extreme pressure, membranes allow only water molecules through, concentrating sugar from 2% to 8% without heat.
RO removes 75% of water before boiling, dramatically reducing fuel costs and processing time.
The extracted water is crystal clear and drinkable. Some sugar houses bottle it separately or use it for cleaning.
Concentrated sap now contains 8 to 10% sugar and shows a faint golden color, ready for the evaporator.
The evaporator is the heart of every sugar house, a precisely engineered system where transformation happens.
Sap enters continuously through float-controlled valves, maintaining exact depth of 1 to 2 inches for optimal heat transfer. Whether wood-fired or oil-fueled, temperatures reach 219 degrees Fahrenheit, 7 degrees above water's boiling point at this elevation.
Massive amounts of steam carry away water molecules. Up to 50 gallons of water evaporate per hour.
As water evaporates, sugar concentration increases and color develops from heat-induced chemical reactions called Maillard reactions.
The continuous flow design creates a gradient. New sap enters while finished syrup draws off, never mixing.
Natural sugars create excessive foam during boiling. Food-grade defoamer keeps the process controlled and safe. Constant monitoring is essential. Sugar makers test density every 15 minutes as syrup approaches 66 to 67% sugar content. Temperature and density must align perfectly. 219 degrees Fahrenheit and 66.9 Brix at 600 feet elevation means syrup is ready. When parameters align, the draw-off valve opens and liquid gold flows. 40 gallons of sap become 1 gallon of pure syrup.
Fresh syrup contains sugar sand, harmless mineral deposits that must be filtered for crystal clear quality.
Vermont uses 4 official grades based on light transmittance. Each grade offers distinct flavor profiles and uses.
Modern grading uses spectrophotometers measuring light at 560 nanometers, eliminating subjective human judgment.
Golden Delicate grade, produced early season, transmits over 75% of light, mild, delicate maple flavor.
Amber Rich is America's favorite. Balanced maple flavor, perfect amber color, ideal for pancakes and waffles.
Dark Robust delivers stronger maple character. Late season production, perfect for baking and cooking.
Very Dark Strong has intense, bold flavor. End-of-season syrup preferred by maple purists and commercial applications.
Quality control includes pH testing. Proper acidity preserves shelf life and prevents crystallization in storage.
Vermont requires bacterial testing for commercial operations, ensuring the product is safe for consumption.
For bottling, syrup is reheated to 180 to 190 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to sterilize containers and create proper seal.
Commercial operations use automated bottling. UV sterilization ensures containers are perfectly clean before filling.
Volumetric or weight-based fillers ensure accurate quantities, typically 8, 16, or 32-ounce consumer sizes.
Caps are applied immediately while syrup is hot. Heat creates vacuum seal as liquid cools inside.
The inversion process is critical. Hot syrup sanitizes the cap's interior surface, ensuring complete sterility. Labels must meet Vermont and USDA requirements, displaying grade, net weight, producer, and nutritional information.
Final inspection catches any defects. Cloudiness, underfill, or compromised seals result in rejection.
Real maple syrup contains one ingredient, pure maple syrup. Pancake syrups, corn syrup, artificial flavors, and preservatives.
Pure maple contains over 67 bioactive compounds, including antioxidants, minerals, and anti-inflammatory polyphenols.
From forest to bottle, Vermont maple syrup represents perfect harmony between nature, science, and centuries-old tradition.
Sustainable tapping allows trees to heal completely between seasons. Healthy maples produce for over 100 years.
Vermont regulations limit taps based on tree diameter, preventing overexploitation and ensuring long-term forest health. Professional sugar makers practice forestry, thinning competitors, allowing sugar maples to dominate and thrive. Sugarbush forests support rich biodiversity. Properly managed operations enhance rather than harm wildlife habitat.
Progressive operations incorporate solar power, LED lighting, and heat recovery, minimizing environmental impact.
Many sugar houses burn wood waste from forest management, creating carbon-neutral energy from sustainable forestry.
Heat recovery technology captures waste steam, preheating sap and reducing fuel consumption by 25 to 30%.
Vermont's maple industry employs thousands and generates over $300 million annually, vital to rural economies. Most Vermont operations are family-owned, passing knowledge through generations, preserving cultural heritage and tradition.
Vermont maple syrup ships worldwide, from local farmers markets to international gourmet retailers.
Beyond syrup, maple sap produces cream, candy, sugar, and even maple water beverages.
Top chefs worldwide prize Vermont maple for its pure flavor, enhancing both sweet and savory cuisine. Research reveals maple syrup's health benefits, antioxidants, anti-inflammatory compounds, and lower glycemic impact than refined sugar. Climate change threatens maple production. Shorter winters and irregular freeze-thaw cycles reduce seasonal yields. Industry innovation continues, developing higher-yielding trees, efficiency improvements, and climate adaptation strategies. Maple tourism draws thousands annually, experiencing firsthand the transformation from sap to syrup.
From Vermont's forests to breakfast tables worldwide, pure maple syrup remains an irreplaceable natural treasure.
No laboratory can replicate nature's complexity. Vermont maple syrup's 300+ compounds create irreplaceable, authentic flavor. Vermont's liquid gold represents perfect synergy, ancient trees, modern science, and passionate stewardship.